If you think you need years of experience to build a thriving online education business, think again. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a $15,000 a month online education business in just 15 minutes. This AI tool is going to help you shortcut years of trial and error. You're going to stop second guessing yourself and you're going to actually move forward. By now, you probably know that with AI, the output is only as good as the input. And with this tool, the input is over a decade's worth of experience and expertise in marketing and online business building. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could actually get advice that is specific to your experience, your preferences, your audience, and the people you serve, your business? I have a feeling that this is going to blow your mind because you're going to see how it will save you so much time and save you a lot of heartache so that you don't accidentally go down the wrong path. First, let's set the stage because I want to explain to you why I invested over $30,000 into this tool and over a year's worth of work to actually build it. First, most of the information that's out there about building and creating and scaling online courses is super generic. And that's because they are trying to meet many different types of people with different levels of experience and across a bunch of different industries. It's really hard to capture everyone, and so most of the information, again, is generic. The second reason I knew it was important to create this is because most people spend years and sometimes hundreds or thousands of dollars investing in programs and courses or just trying to figure it out all on their own. You have to learn an incredible amount. But the thing is you are already the expert or have experience in the thing that you want to be teaching. You don't really have time to actually learn all the skills that it takes to build an online education business. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just have somebody's experience in your back pocket, informing every step of the way? And the other reason I created this is because hiring a mentor one-to-one is expensive and quite frankly, it's limited. There aren't a ton of people who have taken their online education business to 8 figures like I have. In fact, only 2% of all businesses ever reach the level of revenue that my business has. So as I was thinking, how can I help more people create online courses? Because I am a big believer that they transform the lives of the people who take them and they transform the lives of the course creator themselves because it's so scalable. How can I create something that saves them time, that is personalized, that is unique, but also packs in a decade's worth of experience? How can I interact with more people who want to create courses, who want to scale their course at an affordable rate so I can help as many people as possible experience the life-changing results of becoming a course creator themselves and also impacting the people who are taking their wonderful programs? And that is what led me to build Josie, your AI assistant for course creators. Now, to be clear, this is not simply ChatGPT. This is not going to give you generic advice that is not going to spit out templates. Again, it is informed by over a decade's worth of experience. And what's more is this tool learns you, your preferences, and your business and filters all of its answers through that lens. So you are getting custom advice. Building an online education business from scratch is extremely time-consuming and really confusing. But not anymore. And in case we haven't met before, my name is Sarah Turner. I'm an 8-figure business owner. I have over a decade's worth of experience in marketing and course creation. I have helped clients and students across many different niches, many different industries create lives of freedom through online education businesses and marketing skills. My business was ranked number 24 in education on the Inc. 5000 list. I've been hired as a marketing consultant for Meta, the biggest name in the industry. And I'm just so freaking passionate about helping people achieve new levels of freedom in a way where they are helping others. I'm an Enneagram 2, which is the helper, in case that means anything to you. Helping others is truly what I live for. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump in. We're gonna come down here to focus tools because this is where you get the bird's eye view of the whole structure of an online education business. Everything in the lesson by lesson goes into a much more detailed approach. First, we're going to come over here to the course idea sounding board, and we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to do is to refine our idea, make sure it's specific enough and has differentiation, also identify our ideal customer avatar or the people that we are serving, and of course, come up with that powerful transformation statement. I'm going to go ahead and use the dictation shortcut on my computer so I can just talk to the tool. It's going to make it feel really seamless and smooth. First, I'm going to start out pretty generic. I help moms lose weight after having babies. I just had 2 babies, which is why this is very top of mind for me. Now let's see how it helps us. As you'll notice, there are some spelling and grammatical errors here, but it's not going to matter. One of the most helpful things about this tool is it's going to help me identify whether or not this topic is actually profitable, which is a mistake that newbie course creators often make. Here it's going to ask me questions so I can get more specific. I have professional experience in helping people lose weight as a personal trainer, not necessarily right after childbirth, but I just had 2 babies and have realized all of the things that go into losing weight after all the hormone fluctuations. And so now I have a special place in my heart for helping people who have finished having babies and want to lose that baby weight sustainably. I know that these moms are super busy, so they have a hard time squeezing in workouts and even feeding themselves well. I have noticed a demand for this type of course because I looked for one myself, and there are existing courses on the topic, but I feel like what I bring to the table is I'm more of a regular mom. I don't have a bodybuilding type, and I think one of the most helpful things I can help people with is by just squeezing in even 30-minute workouts a day, using tools that they already have. I also love to help moms eat better while keeping things simple and not taking up a ton of time. I really love helping moms push back against perfectionism because I struggled with that myself. Not only does this help improve their health and regain confidence, but it also helps with their energy levels, which you really need when you're chasing around 2 toddlers. Look at this. It has helped me refine my topic and ask me questions so that we could get more specific about who we're talking to. It's called out who I am. It's identified my unique differentiation approach, my regular mom, emphasizing short, effective workouts and simple nutrition strategies. And then we've started to identify a gap in the market for courses that cater to busy moms. Now we're going to move on to identifying your ideal customer avatar. So now I'm going to answer these questions in the order that they appear. I think most of my moms are in their 30s, maybe early 40s. They can either be new moms or mothers with older children as well. Definitely the focus is, okay, I want to get this baby weight off. Values and motivations that drive my ideal customers is wanting to live a healthy life so that they can be there for their family and their kids, so they can have better energy levels, and so that they can lose the weight and feel more confident in their skin. Some of the challenges they face in their daily lives are probably just lack of time, being stressed out, not having time to cook elaborate meals or have hour-long plus workouts. They want to feel strong and good. Wow. And look at this. So now we've got our ideal customer avatar being built out for us. Their age, their life stage, location, but accessible through online platforms, health and wellness, family-oriented, desire to live a healthy life and be present for their family, losing baby weight, feeling more confident, simple, effective workout routines, not overly complex or time-consuming. So now we have a detailed ICA. Let's craft a transformation statement that highlights the specific outcome or transformation of the course promise. This is essential for a successful online program. So I'm just going to answer these questions in the order they appear. The primary transformation is losing weight after having babies. I'm not sure. Should I be more specific here? The transformation makes my ICA feel confident and energetic. It also shows them that simply working out for 30 minutes a day is in fact impactful. Again, many of the people that I work with tend to think that they have to go all in on something in order to see results, and I really want to push back on that. My hope is that they'll lose the amount of weight that they would like to lose. Usually that's 10 to 20 pounds. And look at this. Now we have our DRAS transformation statement. Transform your post-baby body and regain your confidence with just 30-minute-a-day workouts. Feel energized and empowered as you shed 10 to 20 pounds, proving that sustainable weight loss doesn't require perfection or hours at the gym. Embrace a healthier lifestyle that fits your busy schedule, allowing you to be the vibrant, active mom you aspire to be. Key elements of the statement: specific transformation, losing 10 to 20 pounds after having babies; emotional impact, feeling confident, energetic, and empowered; emphasizing the effectiveness of short daily workouts and a sustainable lifestyle; and challenging the belief that significant results require extreme measures. It has nailed this for me. Now we've got the course idea, the ICA, and the transformation. I'm actually going to ask for a summary so that we can include it in the next part. This seems great. Actually, I wish the transformation statement was a little punchier. Please try again. and then summarize everything that we've done here together so that I can move on to the next step. Okay, now we have a more punchy transformation statement and a summary of our work here. The focus, the unique angle. We've got a clear ideal customer avatar and our transformation statement. So in Coursea Collective, when you're using this tool, you'll actually add this information to your profile. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and take the summary of the course idea sounding board and drop it into the course pricing assistant, and we'll move on to the next step. Now, something that's amazing about this tool is you don't need to give it a ton of context. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and copy and paste it in here and see what it does. So now it's going to help me figure out a price point. What is my desired revenue goal for this course? I would like to make $15,000 a month with this program. Now it's asking me, how many students would you like to enroll in your course each month? So actually I want to take a step back and suggest that I don't know how many students I want to put in this program, just so we can see what it does when we don't really know which direction we want to go. So here you can see it says, to determine a suitable number of students for your program, consider your revenue goal, $15,000 a month. Price point, it did previously calculate $500 a student, but if you're unsure about the students, think about what feels manageable for you in terms of support and engagement. A common approach is to start with a range. For example, how many students do you think you could effectively support each month while still providing a high quality experience? Would you prefer to aim for a smaller group or a more personalized attention, or are you comfortable with a larger group? Now, I am going to say that I feel like I could confidently manage 30 people a month. I think that that actually feels very, very reasonable, especially if I have them in some group coaching calls. Actually, I do think 30 people a month would be sustainable. I think I'm going to make sure that they have some group coaching calls to help with this. Okay, so we've got our desired revenue goal, target number of students, and initial price point. And we're going to include some group coaching calls. So now I'm going to move on to the audience growth advisor, because this is actually where you're going to find people for your actual program, right? I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste everything I got from the course idea sounding board and the course pricing assistant. Now, remember, if you are actually in this program, you will be filling out your profile, so you won't have to copy and paste every time. But we are a new person to Josie, so we are going to just go ahead and copy and paste as we go. All right, so I gave the audience growth advisor some context, and it asked me a very important question. Am I more comfortable with organic methods like social media engagement and content creation, or are you open to using paid advertisement to reach your target audience? This is just so important because so many people online talking about course creation usually only have one audience growth strategy, when it is essential that you find something that works for you. There are many different ways to grow your audience, and it's really important for you to figure out, what do you want? So I'm going to kind of give it a mixed answer and see what it does here. I'm open to some organic methods. I feel like Instagram might be really helpful for this, but I have a lot of resistance to showing up online every day. I'm a busy mom myself, and I don't really want to be sucked into social media constantly. I'm very interested in paid advertising as well. So look, it immediately starts talking about how I have reservations about the commitment, but I'm open to paid advertising. So it's decided to recommend a strategy that combines and explores both, which I really like. First, we've got our Instagram strategy, content planning. It can help you with a content calendar and post it in advance. It starts to tell me about batching content creation so that I can dedicate a few hours a week to it and not be constantly creating content. And it also starts to tell me about engagement practices. So setting aside specific times for engaging with your audience. Again, batching how you engage with social media to kind of protect your time and make it not something that you're constantly doing. So it's already taking my concerns and preferences for how I want to live my life and incorporating it into an Instagram organic strategy. Then it jumps into paid advertising. So it talks immediately about Facebook and Instagram ads, which will allow us to target specific demographics, which is perfect for reaching new mothers interested in health and fitness. Then it mentions some important strategy considerations like budgeting and retargeting. So I think I like this. I think I like where it's going. I am going to say that I'm concerned about how much I'll need for ad spend. Let's see what it does. I like that you gave me some ideas and tips for each strategy and my own personal desires for not having this take up a ton of time. With this in mind, could you tell me a little bit more about paid advertising? For example, how much would I need to set aside for ad spend per month? So now it's telling me that if I want to start with an ad spend strategy, having a budget of around $500 to $1,000 a month per ad spend will allow me to test different ad creatives and audiences without a huge upfront investment. It tells me a little bit about the testing phase, initially spending about 70% of your budget on testing various ad formats, images, and messaging, and using the remaining 30% to scale on the ads that perform really well. It also tells me a little bit about scaling. Once you identify successful ads, you'll gradually increase your budget. A common approach is to increase the budget by 20% each week for high-performing ads. It tells me about cost per acquisition and setting goals. Determine your cost per acquisition based on your course price. For example, if your course is $500, then you want to add for a CPA that allows for a healthy profit margin after ad costs. And then it talks about monitoring. Regularly monitor your CPA to ensure your ads are cost effective and adjust your strategy if that CPA exceeds your target. Then it talks about ad platforms, Facebook and Instagram ad and Google ads. Now, this is just meant to get me started thinking about what I want to do for audience growth. There is an entire other section on ads, so we could go a lot deeper here if we wanted to, because now I know, can I set aside $500 to $1,000 each month for my ad strategy? Will that work for me? Is that reasonable? And it is. It is reasonable for me to set aside $500 to $1,000 each month for ads. That won't be reasonable for everyone, but for somebody who already has a business and they want to make something that is scalable, like a digital product, they probably have a little budget to work with. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and jump into curriculum design. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the information from the first two, and I'm going to go ahead and add. I'll be using Instagram Reels and Instagram ads for my audience growth strategy. And now this is going to help me outline my curriculum and everything it will include so that I can ensure that it's worth that $500 price point. And look at this nice little summary it gave us. We got our punchy transformation statement. We've got our focus, our unique angle. We've got our demographics, our psychographics, our needs and desires, our desired revenue goal, our desired number of target of students, the $500 per student, and it's going to include coaching calls because we kind of already touched on that. And that we're going to use the Instagram ads and Reels for growth. Help me plan the offer outline and what it includes. Okay, and here, look at how amazing this is. Now, every student who has used this has been blown away because they are the subject matter expert, right? You are the expert in whatever it is you're going to teach. And yet, because this is informed by so much experience, it does a pretty good job at helping you outline your program on the first go. Obviously, you'll have to add your own expertise to it, but I think you're going to be blown away. So here we go. We've got a step-by-step guide structuring your offer. We've got the introduction and welcome module. We've got the core modules, understanding the post-baby body changes, right? Objective, educate on the physiological changes after childbirth. Includes video lessons, download guides, and expert interviews. Module 2, smart, sustainable workouts. Teach effective 30-minute workout routines and includes workout videos, printable workout plans, and progress tracking tools. Module 3, simple nutrition strategies. Provides easy-to-follow nutrition advice, including meal guides, recipe books, and nutrition tips. Module 4, building sustainable habits. Help integrate new habits into daily life. Includes habit tracking tools, motivational content, and accountability check-ins. Now, other things that are included: support and community, group coaching calls, regular live sessions for Q&A and support, a community forum, a space for participants to connect and share experiences. And then it gives you some optional additional resources like tools, apps, bonus materials. None of this is necessary, but just ideas. And then it includes conclusion and next steps, including advanced courses and potential membership offers so that you can keep people in your ecosystem and upsell them if that's where you want to go. Pricing and enrollment details, initial price point is $500 per student, and then a nice reminder that you need clear instructions on how to enroll. So here we have a course program already outlined. Now, we can take it one step further and make it more comprehensive, or we can stop right here. I'd like to take it one step further. This looks great. Could you please provide some sub-lessons under each module? I would love to hear the different topic ideas, structure, and outline what's included. Please just give me a more thorough outline. Okay, Wow, look at this. So it's expanded on every single aspect of it. Under Module 1, Understanding Post-Baby Body Changes, we've got Lesson 1, The Science of Postpartum Changes, Hormonal Shifts, Physical Changes, Common Misconceptions. Then we've got Lesson 2, Emotional and Mental Health Post-Childbirth. Lesson 3, Setting Realistic Expectations. Then we've got lessons under each module. So now I'm starting to realize, wow, this really is a $500 course. I've got a specific ICA, I've got a transformation statement, and we are looking so good. Okay, so now we need to come up with a marketing funnel because that is an essential part of making this a scalable, lucrative process. When you create a marketing funnel, this is how you get a lot of automations and tools to do the heavy lifting for you. This will lead to more passive-ish income, which is one of the most powerful things about digital products like online courses. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste the summary into the marketing funnel guidance. But remember, when you are filling out your profile, you won't actually have to copy and paste every time. So as you can see, it gave us a quick summary of everything that we had. And now it's going to lead us through the next steps. Creating a lead magnet. Consider creating a free resource that aligns with your, what your potential students need, the email funnel, and then gathering some social proof from either beta testers or early adopters. So yes, let's say, help me with a lead magnet. So now it's giving me a ton of ideas. The 7-day post-baby workout plan, quick nutrition tips for new moms, postpartum confidence boosting guide, and it tells you different ways of structuring the content. And these are all things that I could probably think about creating and testing and trying. When you create your lead magnet, you want to choose a format, you want to create the content, you want to come up with some design and branding and distribution, right? So it gives me things to explore for all of that. Something that's super important for you to understand is that at any point in this process, you could ask it to back up or start over or explain to you what a lead magnet is. That is baked into this entire process. So I'm actually going to throw it a little bit of a curveball right here and just say, actually, can you help me come up with the entire funnel? And here we go. It outlines every single step. Awareness, attracting potential students and introducing them to the idea through social media marketing, content marketing, lead generation, creating a lead magnet, going to a landing page, and then nurturing, creating an email funnel. Then it talks about conversions, how you convert leads into paying students with sales pages through a webinar or workshop, and then onboarding, making sure you have everything ready to go to onboard them, and then engagement and retention to keep people into your program and keep them happy. Then we've got advocacy, making sure you're collecting testimonials and case studies, having a referral program, and then implementation steps. So I'm going to say yes, help me come up with some lead magnet ideas, a sales sequence, and a sales page ideas. All right, so we've got some lead magnet ideas with everything that you need to get started. It gives you 3 different ideas that you can test. Then we've got our sales email sequences with a welcome email. We've got value add, building trust and providing additional value, educational email, a course introduction email, a testimonial email, the urgency email, and the final call email. Then we have really powerful sales page considerations like headline and subheadline. It even gives you some initial suggestions. Transform your post-baby body. It ensures that you include your transformation statement. It shows the course benefits. It reminds you to collect testimonials and social proof. It has the course outline, the CTA, and risk reversal, making sure that you reduce enrollment hesitation. As you can see, this is just the bird's eye view. This program goes into a much deeper dive on every single element of an online education business and shortcuts every single step for you. If you're interested in working with this game-changing tool, it is truly going to change the course creation industry. I'd like to invite you to my program, Coursea Collective. This is a resource that includes not only the AI tool, but a path that takes you from A to Z, weekly live feedback calls with me, and of course, an incredibly supportive community. I know you don't have extra time to take a course. Who does? Plus, you are already the expert in whatever it is that you want to teach. This is going to make sure that you have everything you need, but that you don't have to learn all of this yourself, that you can actually have me in your back pocket informing every step of the way. Thanks for being here. I would love to hear what you think in the comments. I will definitely be doing more demos like this. So what do you want to see? And of course, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.